Hi, I'm Rebecca Antonucci, and this is Tim Burks. And today we're going to be talking about Jumpstarts.
All right, let's talk shop.
All right, Tim, so what is a Jumpstart?
So a jump start is when the batteries on the truck have gotten so low that they do not have enough power left in them to start the vehicle.
Oh, that
start
sounds
the truck.
bad. That sounds bad. So what can I do to avoid having to get a jump start?
Well, that's a great question. So the biggest thing that we can do to eliminate jump starts is make sure that we control the amount of load that's on those batteries. Think of as batteries are a storage bank of power, and there's only so much power in there. And so once you've used that power and it's gone, that's what ends up causing us to end up ultimately having to have a jump start.
Gotcha. So are there certain things that I shouldn't do in my truck or is it just drive a certain amount of time, or?
No, we want you to be able, and you can do pretty much anything in the truck that you need to do, but you have to do it responsible or within reason. So for example, if you're going to be reading a book and you only need one light on to read the book, only have one light on. Another great thing that you can do is if you're going to use your microwave, you should start the truck when you're using the microwave. What this does is it's putting constant power into the batteries, and that 900 to 1000 watt microwave that you're running isn't sucking all the juice out of the batteries immediately, right? Because the alternator's putting more juice back in. So if you're going to use your microwave or a coffee pot or a little hot plate, always have the truck running. When you're done using the microwave, then you can shut the truck off. That'll help. The other things that you can do is make sure that you use the battery mode feature within our trucks. All of our trucks have idle systems on them. And we have these handy dandy little flow code things that are around everywhere. You can get them off of the Engage app. But if you click on the flow code for the equipment, it'll walk you through and tell you step by step how to put the truck in battery mode and or comfort mode. But we're talking battery life today, right? So we want to use battery mode. So that means that if you're somewhere and the weather's beautiful and you don't need the air conditioning or you don't need the heat and you just want to be able to watch TV or play video games or pay some bills online, put the truck in battery mode. The truck will start and stop based off of that battery voltage, and it'll only run when it needs to run. The other cool feature about battery mode that a lot of people don't know is there's also a mode in there where it senses the block temperature. So in cold weather, if you have it in battery mode, the truck will start and stop based off of battery voltage, but it'll also start and stop based off of block temperature. So what does that mean? Well, that means when you get in cold weather, you don't need to constantly idle the truck anymore. The truck will start and stop itself based off of that block temperature as well. And that's a big savings that'll help us save a lot of fuel.
Nice. So if I do need a jump start, what does that do to my time? Me getting loads, things like that?
Well, time is that one thing that we can't get back, right? So if you end up needing a jump start, it's going to cost you at a minimum 2 hours of time. No matter how you look at it, you're going to be at least 2 hours before that truck gets up and going, unless you happen to be at one of our facilities, right? If you're at one of our yards, obviously it's not going to take 2 hours. But if you're out over the road or you're at home, it's going to be a minimum of 2 hours and maybe more. By the time you contact on-road, the vendor comes out there, gets it started, the bill gets paid, it's going to eat up time. And for our drivers out there, time is what? It's money, right? If you're not turning miles, it's costing you money.
So I know if I need a jump start and I'm over the road, I can call on-road, but is there something I should pay attention to know when I should take it to a shop?
It's a great question. So once again, batteries are designed to store power. And batteries like to be charged and decharged and then charged right back up. They do not like to sit in a decharged state for a long period of time. So what will happen is if you find yourself in a situation where you have your truck in battery mode and it's starting and stopping every hour, there's something going on there, right? It should maybe start every 3 to 4 hours depending on where you are and how much load you're drawing on those batteries. But if you find that it's constantly starting and shutting off and starting and shutting off, that's a good indicator that there could be something wrong with one or two or maybe 3 or 4 of the batteries. And that would be a good indicator, hey, bring it into the shop, bring it through our quick lane. We'll do a quick load test on those batteries. And if they need changed, we'll get them changed for you and get you back out on the road pretty quick.
Awesome. So if I'm going on home time, what should I do with my batteries then? Do I put it in comfort mode, idle mode? What do I
Well,
do?
that's a good question. So what I always try and tell everybody is, if you're only going to be home for 1 or 2 days, 2 days max, just put the truck in battery mode, right? It'll start and stop and do what it needs to do. But if you're going to be gone more than 2 days, clean the refrigerator out, take everything out of the refrigerator, leave the doors open, unplug the refrigerator, or if it's one of the trucks that's equipped with a battery disconnect, turn the battery power off. Very important that you leave that fridge door open so it can air out. But doing those things will make sure that there's no draw on the batteries. That way when you come back after being gone for 3, 5, 6, 7 days, you know your truck's gonna start and you know you're not gonna have an issue.
Nice. So it sounds like as long as I'm paying attention to my battery and not overusing things in my truck, like I guess I shouldn't blast my radio, watch TV, and use the microwave at the same time.
Correct. You gotta manage it. And the other thing that a lot of people don't realize is TVs, although they're LED and they don't draw as much power, they still draw a lot of power. So if you've got your TV on and you're getting ready to go to bed for the night, set that timer. In other words, if you think you're going to be awake for 2 hours, set it for 2 hours. But after 2 hours, that TV will shut off. And guess what? That'll save battery power.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
And we appreciate everything you do, and please be safe.